Here it goes. It's going to go red. Good afternoon, everyone. It's Sam Arce, also known as Broadway Sam, and it's a two-show day. It's a double Wednesday, and welcome back to ATI's lunch break. Thank you for being here, and I can't tell you how excited I am. Look at the guests I have today. I have John Murphy, the president of our board, and look who's back, Jim Reilly. Welcome back, Jim. Jim is here. We want to welcome Jim back.
Thank you.
Huge welcome.
That's right. Jim is coming back. We're welcoming Jim back as our executive director. And first off, I am just so happy to be here with you because Jim's been back on our board as our treasurer. And
But if I could say something,
Yeah.
who better than Jim Reilly? Here's a guy that helped build this place with the original founders over the past 20 years. We are so lucky to have Jim back.
it is an honor and a pleasure, Jim. And we're going to talk all things ATI, Actors Theater of Indiana. But I want to say, first off, thank you to our board. Thank you to Brian, who's been a huge help in this interim. Jim took a little sabbatical. And
About 2 years.
yeah, two-year sabbatical. But there was so much that you have done in your time that you were here. I mean, let's first off do a little history. You came on in this organization, how long?
It was 12 years ago.
12 years
So
ago.
about, what's that, 21, 22? whatever
Yeah,
it was.
and you were
23, actually.
That's right, yeah.
Not 23,
No.
13.
13, and
Yeah.
you were straight on.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was supposed to be, what, just you were coming on for what, 2 years?
I came on a 3-month consulting contract
3-month consulting contract.
because I got a call from a consultant one day who was helping them try to find somebody that could come in and run the business. And I said, I don't sing, I don't dance, I don't act. But I
Wait
can
a
run-
second, we were just in your office in there, and we were singing and dancing.
It
And
wasn't that very good, but he is a good piano player.
yes, he
I've
is.
heard him. I've heard him play the piano.
So they talked me into it, and I said, let's just give it 3 months. So we gave it 3 months, and they said, would you consider coming on full time? So 3 months turned into 12 years.
Well, I have to say, and then, I joined the board. I lost track because it's been over 4 years, but you brought me on the board, and it has been an absolute honor and a pleasure
Well,
to
thank
be
you.
working with you and being mentored by you, and you've been an inspiration to me. And John, my other dear and new best friend. I mean, these two gentlemen, just the wealth of experience between the two of them for me, I learned so much from being with them and everything that you have helped do. Well, first off,
First off, we should welcome Jim back for his next 12 years.
Yeah, well,
Okay?
Well, you had to bring back the Irish to get this
yeah,
thing going.
yes. If you were just here 3 minutes ago, I had so much fun with them because
Give us Irish, bro.
Well, because these two beautiful Irishmen, I like to have fun with them. Hi, it's Jim O'Reilly and John O'Murphy, and I'm Sam Arce, or Broadway O'Sam. But no, we have lots of fun. That's just all part of being at Actors Theater of Indiana, where we're Broadway in your backyard. But Jim has done so much, and your legacy so much. But we love the fact that you have been such an intricate part of helping this organization, the trio, and now with Judy as our artistic director. And one of the things I want to bring up that you were so instrumental in was getting us the Crystal DeHaan thing. Tell us about that.
And that was based on a relationship that I had developed with the executive director of the DeHaan Foundation. And we had applied for the annual grant from them, and we got it maybe for 4 or 5 or 6 years. And then Crystal decided that she was going to retire, and she wanted to close the foundation down. So at that point in time, I got a call from my friend at the DeHaan Foundation, asking me if we would be interested in applying for the legacy grant that Crystal was going to distribute all of her wealth in this foundation to various.
Yeah. We didn't, by the way, we didn't get all of her wealth.
No, we didn't get all of it, no.
We got just a sliver, but it was nice.
Very important
So-
sliver.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we were invited to apply, and I did, and I think it was the relationship that I had established with them over the years that really helped. And we went through the entire process, and it took about 2 or 3 years to get it, but we got it right before I retired.
And you know that you mentioned the R word, relationship, because that's all. It's part of this relationship. Being part of the community, it's all about relationships. Your background, what did you do for a living?
Well, I came here to work for the Simon organization. Then I ran the city market for about 10 years. So I've really been here in the community for a number of years.
You live in Carmel, you and your
We live in
beautiful wife,
Carmel.
PJ.
Yeah. Then I retired, and that's when PJ said, "Okay, you've been retired 2 years. Maybe it's time to get back to work."
So the honeydew list ran out, and she
yeah.
wanted you to do something. Well, not only that, you're
Basically.
so productive, and you are part of the community, and
Yeah.
you.
Well, you know, Jim's like the millennial man. He's the man for all seasons. We're lucky to have this guy. He's a finance guy.
Yes.
Right? He's a leader. He's built things. Okay, he comes back to us with a load of experience. So let me tell you a story. When I first met Jim, okay, I was the president of IB Tech Foundation, and I'm sitting in my office down on 29th Street in Meridian, and my assistant comes down, Ashley, and said, "Jim Reilly's here to see you." I said, "Jim Reilly, who?" "Well, he's from ATI." I said, "Who the heck is ATI? Actors Theater of Indiana, and he'd like to chat with you." I said, "Okay." She said, "Let me finish this up. I'll be right with you." 25 minutes later, she comes back down and she said, "He's still out here. I forgot about him. Okay? I said, "Oh my gosh."
But wait a second. He's unforgettable. That's what you are.
Man for all seasons. So Jim comes in. First time I met him, I mean, Reilly, Murphy, Philadelphia, New York. Okay?
Right.
Transplants.
Long
Okay.
Island.
Implants to a great city.
We're
of
all three of us.
Indianapolis. All New York, Long Island. All right. Jim sits down and talks to me about Actors Theater of Indiana. Gives me 2 tickets. Tells me in his own way, this is a great show. I can't remember what show
I
it was.
forget
Yeah,
too.
me too. And I said, "All right, Jim, I'll do what I can." And, you know, I thought I was a busy guy at the time. I never went to the show, and I never heard from Jim Reilly again.
And I never heard from you.
And I
either.
thought I'd never seen him again. Okay, lo and behold, when I came here, there's Jim Reilly. I was so embarrassed. I was like, "Oh my goodness, here's Jim." I thought I'd never see the guy again.
But a special shout out because it was Meg Osborne that brought you back together, our marketing director, because
Yes.
you met Meg.
Meg.
And I remember Meg, I got the call. She said, "I met this most incredible guy, Sam. He's from New York. You know, this." She couldn't stop talking. She said, "John, you know, you need to meet him." And then I remember the day when you guys met, and, you know, we're all brothers from another mother.
Yeah.
So
But hey, we're lucky to have Jim back.
we are.
We're gonna do good stuff together.
So Jim, so that was just some of the things, and one of the things that I love and knowing about working with you that I've learned so much is that, and you know, I talked about this in the earlier segment, is that being part of a non-for-profit and with the way the economy is, the way things are, it's money is hard to get right now, and we really depend on the our donors, the community. You know, we've been blessed over the years by the Carmel Grant, which you've worked hard over the years, and the relationships that you've built with our past mayor, working with our current mayor and the administration. But it's the people, the community, and you know, it's about out there pressing flesh and meeting people, and because
that's what he was doing when he came to see. It was a cold call.
right.
I mean, here's the executive director of one of the largest equity theaters, okay, in Indiana, if not the largest, comes and sees me.
Right.
That's unbelievable.
Well, you know, the thing is that, Jim, as you know, and we've talked about this, we can't exist because we are Broadway in your backyard. And if you have not, and I'm going to talk about our shows, but if you haven't seen an Actors Theater of Indiana, an ATI show, it's like we just did Titanic, Beehive. We just came off an incredible sold-out run of Young Frankenstein. We are doing incredible shows, Broadway in your backyard. but ticket sales cannot support.
No.
And can
The
we
show.
define nonprofit before Jim speaks? Nonprofit means make no money.
Right.
Yeah.
Make no money.
So we depend on it. So, but Jim, you are an expert, and that's why I love learning from you about how to keep an organization going with, limited funds.
My philosophy, Sam, from my first day here was, I can't sing and I can't dance. I don't know a thing about acting, but I know how to run a business. And first and foremost,
It's a
the
business.
theater company is a business.
Yes.
Correct.
And that's how you've got to run the place.
Agreed.
Yeah.
So that's,
And Sam, one other thing, this theater is like Hotel California. Okay, you can check out,
But you can never leave. Yes.
There you go, right?
Yes.
And that's Jim.
Yes. And I'm Don Henley, and you're. No, that's true.
Right.
It's true, and
And Jim came to all of our shows in the 2
Oh,
years he was off.
always support.
He sat on the. He was asked to come back on the board. He came on the board.
Right.
He was the treasurer,
Right.
headed the finance committee. He really never. His soul is a part of this place.
Yeah.
And I could see it.
No,
That's
we-
why
We've
we're so
really
lucky.
we've really appreciated it. So Jim, you over the years, like I said, you've seen that. So now, going forward, I know as you're getting back into this, we have our board meeting today, and you've always been a great leader. And one of the things that I've loved about you is your open door policy. Anybody can come to you. You answer the phone. You're the type that. Come in, we can talk.
Yep.
We can go to lunch.
Show team.
That's right. You're a great team builder. You whether you're holding a impromptu meeting in your office, there's always lunch at Dooley O'Toole's. Nothing like a good lunch at a sandwich at Dooley O'Toole's, right? But it's times that we can. That's important, and I love that. In my years being in real estate, 40 plus years managing, owning, running my team, I'm never too old to learn.
Yeah.
And that's part of growth. If you don't learn and grow, as Jim Litton, the owner of Tucker said,
Yeah.
you die. So,
Yeah. When we came out here, I used to work at the Rouse Company
yeah.
in Columbia, Maryland. And when we came out here to work at Simon, I had a staff of like 60 people, a very large staff. And you just get to know how to work with people, what motivates people. They have their lives, they have their family problems, and
Sure.
I became a listener, and that helped. That kind of formed my whole strategy for dealing with people. Really
Jim
did.
made a comment early on as we were discussing the position that he'd like to get the band back together. Okay?
Well, that was
the
my
band is just not the band, but it's donors, it's supporters, it's people in the community.
I love
That's
that you
what
said.
this guy does.
I love you said that. That was my first Broadway show. Was called "Getting the Band Back Together." So let's get the band back
Yeah.
together because in doing that, it takes a village. It takes a community
Yeah, it does.
to do that. So that means it's our board, it's our community, it's our patrons, it's the
publics.
actors, it's the pub.
And we have fun doing it.
We have a lot of
We
fun.
have a lot of fun
Let
doing
me
it.
tell you, if you have not been to one of our shows, you're missing out. Because like I said, it's Broadway in your backyard. This last show we did, you saw, I know I'm on the artistic committee, so I'm helping picking shows. And Jim's always like, what about this? What about that? And we're getting there. And we have some incredible stuff coming in each season going forward. But we have so much fun giving you high quality, great theater, great actors. It's just wonderful. And I know, because what I do outside on Broadway and the West End, what we give you here at a fraction of the cost. Can I tell you, to put a show on Broadway, the current budget's inexpensive for a musical is $15 million.
Whoa.
That's minimum. There's very few shows less than that. Some of the shows are going as high as $25 to $30 million. To put a show on here, to get a show, we're talking $80,000 to $110,000 to give you the quality that we're talking about. And these are professional actors. This is what they do for a living. Now, we couldn't do it without the support of our community. And it's not just money, because Jim and our team here, all of us on the board, John, me, and the people on our board, are marketing people with Meg, and the whole Meg and Associates team, our artistic director, Judy Fitzgerald, and her associate, Darren, what the team they put together, the team of people outside that house our actors. I'm telling you, we couldn't do it without you, because it takes a village. But we give you quality shows. But like anything, it is a business.
Yeah.
And now we have the village leader back.
Well, and we are going to do some amazing things. I'm really excited.
I think so. That's why I came back. I missed it. I
Wow.
retired for 2 years. I got out of my system. And
And Jim made a comment to me early on that, hey, we have certain shows that we could be putting on, certain shows that people might want to hear from, but it might be controversial. But he said, I like people leaving the theater, tapping their hands, snapping their finger, humming a song.
Well,
Okay? And Sam, and I think that's what you and the artistic committee are delivering.
we are doing that, and it's going to only get better. So with your support, with your commitment, we love the fact that we have this, and we're doing so many great things. We have our new initiative, the Ovation Society, that people can join and be part of. There's just so many new things that are happening, and we have such a fresh new attitude here at Actors Theater of Indiana. I'm telling you, if you've come and if you've been part of it, it's only the beginning. You ain't seen nothing yet. It's just going to get better.
And if you have Jim knock on your door like he did mine,
Yeah.
please let him in, because he has a great story to tell you. And please don't duplicate what John Murphy did to Jim 10 years ago.
Well, I'm going to say something. You know, one of the things that I'm actively doing, and John and our board, is we are looking for people to come join us. People to join our board. We're looking to expand. Yes. We're looking for people to be part of this organization, and we're looking for sponsors. Our marketing with Meg and Associates, Meg is doing an incredible job, and we have so many great initiatives happening. So if you know anybody that wants to be part of this, there's so many ways that you can be part of it. So we're going to talk about it. But I do want to talk about our next show, and that's coming up, and that is Lucky Stiff, which is going to be January 30th through February 15th, and you can get your tickets today. So if you do that, one of the great things about this show is going to be Lucky Stiff is an incredibly fun musical. So let me kind of set the stage for this. If you are looking for a musical where you're going to see fun, you're going to see mayhem, you're going to see, well, let me let you know a little hint. The term Lucky Stiff. The Lucky Stiff in this show is me. I'm the Stiff. I'm actually going to be in the show. So if you want to get to see Broadway Sam, come out of retirement and have some fun, you get to see me. But we're bringing back some of your favorite actors that you've seen. One of them, if you saw Titanic, is Jacob Butler's coming in as my nephew. And if you saw remember that movie Weekend at Bernie's?
Yes.
The Stiff is dead, but nobody knows it. And my nephew has to take me on one last jaunt to Monte Carlo, and but nobody knows I'm gone. So it's going to be a fun, crazy show. Fun. I think you're going to really enjoy this. That's going to be January 30th through February 15th, and we've put together an incredible cast. I think you're going to really enjoy the show. And our last show of the season is going to be Sunset Boulevard. Now that is going to be April 24th through May 10th, and on that show, first off, that is Andrew Lloyd Webber. an incredible show. It originated on Broadway with Glenn Close. I got to see it many times. Saw it with all the other ladies that did it, from Elaine Page to Betty Buckley. I have to tell you, that was just on Broadway last season. My partners won the Tony for it. It's an incredible show, and our own Judy Fitzgerald will be starring as Norma Desmond, and she is ready for her close-up. So you can get your tickets, again, ATIstage.org or 317-843-3800. And Scott has put up the poster for that, and there is a QR code for it. So we are Broadway in your backyard, and don't miss out on that opportunities. And one other thing I wanted to point out that we have that is upcoming is our Murder Mystery Dinner Theater that you're going to be hearing a lot more about, and you can get in contact. You can go on our website. This is an opportunity to bring the excitement of Murder Mystery Dinner Theater right in your home or your backyard. You can enjoy a 1-hour interactive experience where 3 in-character actors from Actors Theater of Indiana will actually join as dinner guests and lead your group through an unforgettable mystery, and bookings are available starting after. They're already available now, and you handle the dinner, we handle the drama, and you can contact Meg Osborne, and Scott will put the information up for that. It's an incredible opportunity for you to have theater right in home. What an incredible Christmas or holiday gift for you to provide for your family. So these are just some of the wonderful things we're doing. We have so many things here at Actors Theater of Indiana. We are excited here. Our board is meeting today for just doing all the things that we've got going to finish out this year as we go into 2026. And we've got Jim and our board president, who I am so happy to have on. I'm happy to be part of this organization. It is my give back. This is what I do as part of my love for theater and being part of it. So with that, guys, you got anything else to say?
I think you've said it all, Sam.
Nah.
Yeah.
John, I know you've got something.
Well, I'm just absolutely delighted. I have not been happier since I've been hanging around with you folks here to have this guy back. He really, like we said, Hotel California was in effect. He really didn't leave, and now he's officially back at his seat. And
Yeah.
it's going to be good.
Well,
No.
gentlemen, I want to
Really fun.
thank you for being here and guests on lunch break. And for all of you, we want to wish you an ATI happy Thanksgiving. We want to thank you for all your support and your generous encouragement. And for you and your families, have a happy Thanksgiving. And we will see you for our next show. And remember, if it's not just us, there's so much to do here. I do want to spotlight. I was at the Carmel Farmers Market. If you haven't been at the Carmel Winter Farmers Market, it's an incredible thing. And this last time, my grandchildren love it. I got to go to Dolce Vita. They have a little spot there, and I had the most incredible Nutella crepe. Shout out to them, because I had a tough week last week, and they made it just so special for me. So Carmel Winter Market, there's so much to do here in Carmel, and we are part of it. Just there's so much here. It's all right here in your backyard. So thank you. I will see you here next week, and thank you for everything you do for our community. We'll see you next time. Have a wonderful day, and God bless you all. And with that, I'm out.